I cannot believe this is the solution. A #1 product actually solved the problem, and it did it very well. We're here in the living room at the music player computer. This has been a pain point for about 2 years now. I used to have a Dell Dimension, I think it was a 3400 that was in here. It was a very low spec unit, had a Celeron chip at like 2 gigahertz, maybe had a gigabyte of memory, and it ran Spotify under Windows XP, and it worked great. Had a nice sound card in there, audio was really good quality, the sample rate was good, everything was fantastic with the audio, and it just plain worked. Until I think it was 2023 when Spotify finally shut down the connection for Windows XP. So at that point I moved to this computer, which was running Windows 7. Spotify was still working under Windows 7, so it ran Windows 7 with Spotify. Also, well, no, actually, this is pretty decent spec. This is a Core 2, and it worked pretty good. It didn't sound quite as good as the Dell Dimension did, but I feel like these have pretty reasonable sound cards in them, and this one worked just fine until Spotify thereafter cut the access for the Windows 7 version of the program. I tried running the Spotify in various web browsers on many different computers and had zero consistent success. So it was time to change the operating system. I had obtained a Dell Optiplex something or other. It was a fairly new model running Windows 11. I have an objection to buying new computers and new software, but I did it anyways because I wanted to continue to run the Windows screensavers at this workstation, and plus this is a workstation that needs to just plain work. I don't want to play with it to make it work, it just needs to work. So I had gotten that computer, and that computer from a software perspective was fine, it worked properly, but the sound card in that computer was a downright atrocity. The audio quality was abysmal, and it had some weird thing where I guess the sound card kept going to sleep very, very quickly, and when it would go to sleep and wake up, it would sound like plugging or unplugging an audio jack with the speakers turned on. It would get you that popping sound, and that, of course, in an audio-based setup is totally unsatisfactory. So I was not able to use that computer. I spent a fair bit of time trying to figure out if I could change the sleep settings on the sound card. I tried a whole bunch of different things, read through a number of different forums, and I just was not getting anywhere with that. So I went back to this computer. I put Linux on there, a current version, Spotify installed, current version, worked perfectly. Sounded fine. It was okay. The graphics in Linux are a little dodgy, at least in this particular variant, when you enlarge the scaling, which needs to happen in this particular setup because the text needs to be viewable from across the room. So I increased the text from 100% to 100 Can you keep it down? I'm trying to make a video. I increased the text from 100% to 150%, and that makes it big enough to see from across the room, but the mouse tracking in particular got like really laggy. You know, you would move the mouse and in like an eighth of a second the cursor would move. It was terrible to use. I lived with it like that for months. If I had no other options, I could live with it that way, but I really didn't like it. You know, it would play videos on YouTube, but not very well. There's some kind of a graphics issue, and I don't know if I could have put potentially I could have put an expansion graphics in here. I'm sure I had one floating around. Again, I just didn't want to play with it anymore. I was tired of it. So it just popped into my mind out of nowhere the other day that what if I try to get a new sound card for that other computer I had? Well, I guess sound cards are a thing of the past. I was able to find about 0 sound cards that were half height, and only a very small number of full height ones that were actually fairly well rated. The majority of them were very poorly rated and seemed to just be complete and total garbage. So I guess sound cards are an extinct product, which is kind of annoying. So, out of a last ditch effort, I bought this, a USB sound card. I don't like stuff like this, generally speaking. I prefer a dedicated PCI card and so forth. I'm old school, that's what we had when I started on computers. And so I bought that sound card. I plugged it into the computer, and it just plain worked. Didn't even have to touch a setting. It just plain worked. And the sound that came out of it was brilliant. Excellent. Turned the computer on and off like 50 times over the course of the week. Worked perfectly every time. 0 problems. Now this is branded Sound Blaster. I don't know if this is the same Sound Blaster from 20 years ago. I remember Sound Blaster cards. I'm pretty sure the card that was in the Dimension was a Sound Blaster. I can't speak to this long term, but over the last several weeks, this is a phenomenal product. I tried that in a couple other computers just to see if it was consistent, and it was. Multiple computers, different models, worked flawlessly. So then I said, well now I guess I can use that other computer for video editing like I originally intended, and just use it with this sound card, because that would solve that snapping problem. Put it in that computer, set it up, solve the snapping problem. But now I still didn't have a computer for here. So I went around and I got another Dell Optiplex. This is I can't believe how cheap these are. You can find these for like $200 to $300. Granted, this is a very low spec one. I think it's 8 gigabytes, i3, maybe i5, 200 gigabyte drive, very low, but that's all you need for something like this. And it was less than $300, and it just plain works. I plugged in the sound card in the back, stinking USB sound card. Here it is, audio out, and it actually solves 2 problems on this one. The first problem is that the only audio output on these is in the front, which is a stupid and dumb design. So now I can have audio out the back through the sound card, USB sound card, and the onboard card in this is as bad as the other one was, so it solves the low quality snapping problem as well. So this I think cost about 20 something dollars. If this is pretty inexpensive. Of course we have the cost of the computer, which is a couple hundred, but this is solved, and this should be solved for many years now, unless this computer breaks. I don't think it will. But that was the solution, a cheesy USB sound card, and that fixed it. I'm astonished. I really am. But I'm glad that this saga is over. It plays music very nicely, and I can have the old Windows 2000 and Windows 98, Windows 95, etc. screensavers again, because you can take those screensavers into Windows 11 and they still work just fine.